Eyes up. Okay then. I don't want to die here.
Hello and welcome to episode 21 of Quick Look. Today we are talking about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This game was released in 2019, developed by Respawn Entertainment and published by EA. And back then it defied the notion that every game has to be a multiplayer service game. It was quite popular, it involves backtracking, and that's all I know about this one. But right now, what I see with my own eyes is that it tries hard to capture the Star Wars vibe, the type of filmmaking, the type of camera shots, the object flying by, and then you have this dolly shot flying directly towards the base or the ship, and the tiny people that are getting bigger and bigger. And very filmic, the music stops at the right moment when he takes off his headphones. Seems to be like a typical Star Wars scenario, a low-ranked member of society, a simple worker, and what will happen to him.
Collar clamps are jabbed. I need 2 workers to climb up and secure the cables.
That's not an easy maneuver.
The Count will double your pay for this shift.
My cow. What's her score?
But they are not slaves, they are offered pay to do this extra job. And this extra job will be our tutorial, that's clear. By the way, have you seen the hair? The wavy, floating, ridiculously fluffy hair? I just wanted to point this out. So, a simple trick, put another guy into the tutorial so he can tell you what to do. Oh, the movement feels very much like Control, like Jesse in Control, these abrupt accelerations. Quite unnatural but snappy. Oh damn, I think I lost my companion. Good to know that I remember he went there, so as always you can see those white markings, they tell me that I can climb here. And I don't know if you've seen the button prompt in the upper right, that was interesting. The button prompt appeared because I was standing in front of the ledge. But if I just run and jump because I know the controls, there's no hint and nothing breaks my immersion. Speaking of immersion, I suppose they are trying to use this tutorial not just to teach you the controls, but to set the mood and to tell backstory. What's the world our protagonist Cal is living in? What's going on here? What's his place in this society? And the TIE fighters immediately tell us this is no safe place.
A separatist ship. Haven't seen a Luke or Hulk in ages.
Yeah. Ages.
Breaking her will be big money.
And Cal's reaction is ambiguous, but it sounds like he has some nostalgic connections to the rebellion. The viewing distance is spectacular, and the framing reminds me of Luke's scene with the 2 sons. And it reminds me of the paintings of Caspar David Friedrich and the raw feeling of Weltschmerz. The transitions between cutscene and controllable gameplay feel very weird because the controls kick in very fast. For example, The Last of Us does this very well. Hey, where's my buddy? Where did he go? I've got no idea, but I have light. This game tells me where to go with light. That's the oldest trick in the book, but it works. And here I have to squeeze through, no button prompt for that, because I don't need a button except the left analog stick. Some nice scripted event in the background, and another trope, separation. When you have 2 people in the game, you can be sure that they will get separated at some point. So let's improvise. And no, I don't have to improvise because that is really over the top. Look at the blinking light that wants to grab my attention. Look at the arrow that tells me where to go. I don't want to know how many testers got lost here and who decided to put this in. And here's a chute, so maybe we are now introduced to sliding. I sense a big Nathan Drake moment, honestly. And no, it in fact feels like Journey. The sliding of Journey and the fun of the sliding of Journey. Well done, Respawn, well done. Talking about Journey, the 10th anniversary is coming up this year in March, and I'm eager to play it again. What's the button for running? L3 maybe? Oh, I found it. So, where am I now? Oh, look at this robot. This dates the whole thing because that should be around the original trilogy, well, a little bit before that. So, that's a rope. And don't hold me to this, but I think we are about to learn swinging. I really like how this tutorial is structured because it always gives you some interesting views, some interesting backstory views of the world. The controls are explained very casually. A couple of weeks ago I was talking about Horizon Zero Dawn, and I think the tutorial in Horizon Zero Dawn is very heavy-handed. They take long stretches to explain the mechanics, they take a long stretch to tell the backstory, but it's not that interwoven. Jedi Fallen Order does a very good job at this. It doesn't feel like a bland exercise. Talking about bland, look at our protagonist. If there is something that I'm not that fond of in this game, it's the type of protagonist we have. Yeah, the red hair is nice, but he's the typical Jedi dude. The Christian Haydenson type, and I was not very fond of this back then. But maybe it's unfair and it's just a matter of taste. So let's go on. Climbing. Jump and press L2 to climb. It doesn't tell if you have to hold L2. I think I just have to press it once to get a grip. And signposting is obvious here. You have the red and the white dirt, but it still looks quite convincing. Oh, a little bit excitement. I have to say the surroundings look very great, but the protagonist himself looks very stiff and unnatural. It's good that you see mostly his back, and the cutscenes are better than his in-game appearance. The balancing here is just fluff, not like in Senua's Sacrifice, where I really had to play it. Here I can just run. So from everything I can tell from the surroundings, this is a scrap colony, a garbage factory, something like recycling junkyard, and I'm getting Cyberpunk 2077 vibes. And have you spotted the red? It tells a story and it tells you where to go. And that's effective narration, level design, and signposting.
Sounds like scrap rats. Creepy. Just passing through, guys. No need to come out and say hi.
Albeit picking it up in the dialogue like this is a little bit on the nose. More ships passing by make the place more lively. So the jumping and the parkour continues here, and we can test our new abilities and what we have learned.
Hey, Cal, I'll meet you at the clamps.
Sounds good. Be there soon.
Next up is dropping. Works. The controls in general are what you would expect. No surprises here until now. Oh, look at the panel going down. I like this little touch a lot, and I like it more than in Uncharted. Because when in Uncharted a column breaks, or a ladder or a bridge, it's just for the action. Here it tells a story. These robots are taking the whole place apart because it's a scrap colony.
How'd you get here?
How'd you get here?
Huh?
Okay. Good old-fashioned Star Wars humor. So, a rope again. The game takes it a little bit slower now. But I think the goal is to let the players get used to the controls, get comfortable. And learn how to grip the ledge. And if I look at the respawn point, the game is very kind to me, very forgiving. And I can try it again immediately. And yeah, now I'm getting to the point that it gets a little bit tedious and boring. And yeah, the developers thought of this. There's another shoot. Sliding is fun. And now back to action. Music kicks in. There's a big ship in the background. They are talking some gibberish. And where's my friend?
Hey, we should get moving.
Yeah, well, I should get moving too, but where? Are these dead robots from the Clone Wars? I'm not sure. But I don't see the next obvious way to go. No lights, no signposting. Yeah, well, here's a light. This is the moment. It always comes in games that I play. I get stuck in the tutorial, and it's so obvious where to go, but I don't see it. No, nice try. You can only climb dirty things. Oh boy, look at this water effect. On one hand, it looks quite natural, but it doesn't, because it looks like the water is carving into the metal. This is weird and fascinating, and doesn't help us at all. So let's try some backtracking and see where we came from. It's always helpful to retrace the path we came in, because that's the designer's view. That's the viewpoint the designer takes to craft the level. And if we naturally follow the light and look up, we see a rope, and there's the way. And this animation is right out of the Ministry of Silly Walks. Yeah, little Cal, you are not more than a puppet on a string. And now, jump. Jumpy jump.
Hurry! We gotta finish before they start cutting this wing.
Okay, these dialogues, these little scenes feel like an animatronic in a Disney ride, where they get triggered when you are passing by and the figurines are completely stiff and do nothing if you are not passing by. It feels like they have waited for you all the time just to drop a line or two. The rain effect again, and now I have to balance. And look at this, another ship coming close by. That's Star Wars.
Cal, use the manual override lever below.
Okay, that's specific. I have to use the lever. Lever. There is no lever. But I can do my little silly air jump. Oh, look, there it is. And, oh, if I'm not mistaken, I have to press R3. And that's new. That's the strangest, but I suppose that's the best use case I've ever seen for R3. Yeah, let's do some more gymnastics and air jumping, and I hope I will be able to go over there. Yes, nice, it worked.
Give me a fright there, pal.
Pull another lever with R3 and I'm content.
Done.
Hang on. I got this. We're done. Get out up here.
So we just have to climb up and we will be reunited with our friend.
Come take a look at this.
And the game transitions
Jedi
into
fighter.
cutscene.
What a score! It's a real scrapper's payday. I mean, this he's been here, what, 4 years?
5.
Look at this
Before this
hair.
went down in a blaze of glory. Those Jedi. Real tragedy. Yeah, I've always said they couldn't all be traitors.
Yeah, maybe.
Guess it's just our lucky day. Empire's gonna get a lot of good material out of it. Yeah, here we are, scrapping these ships from the war just so they can turn around and make new ones. Real racket, huh? All of us.
Ooh la la,
risking our necks in the
fan
process.
service.
And the pay was better back during the Republic, too.
Hey, you really should watch what you say.
Listen to me. Find us free like this, it'll be your ticket off this soggy rock.
What makes you think I want out of here?
Come on, Cal, you're a young guy. You don't end up like me.
Foreshadowing.
Eventually, you gotta move on and live your life. Find your destiny.
Whatever you say. Hey, we should get back down.
You're not listening to me. What was that? Help out!
So this action scene looks nice, but it controls awfully. Again, a classic Luke pose.
Bro, you okay?
Cal! I can't climb up!
Bro, just hang on.
I'm slipping!
No, don't let go.
I can't hold on!
Bro, no!
And suddenly you are encouraged to use the Force. What a cute but foreseeable twist. I will leave you with this cliffhanger. And that's not the end of the tutorial, that's not the end of the introduction of the game. Now there will be the Force, now there will be lightsabers and action and attacks. It is popcorn cinema as a game and in its best way because it's scripted like a movie. It's fast-paced like a movie and it has the humor of Star Wars and the introduction was a blast. I played a half an hour more and I have to say it was one of the nicest tutorials I've seen in gaming. If you just want to be entertained, this is a game for you. I don't know anything about the real gameplay when the dust has settled, but the introduction was gorgeous. Thanks for watching, and we will soon have a look at Horizon: The Forbidden West. Bye.